Millions of people believe they already know the story of the Garden of Eden. They picture a peaceful paradise, a forbidden tree, a serpent, and humanity's first disobedience. Yet when the biblical text is read carefully, it raises questions it never fully answers. Why was the tree of the knowledge of good and evil placed in the garden? What exactly made the tree of life so significant? Why was Eden guarded after humanity's expulsion? The scriptures reveal extraordinary truths, but they also leave profound mysteries that continue to fascinate readers centuries later. And there is one detail that almost everyone overlooks. In this video, we will examine what the Bible actually says about the Garden of Eden, separate the biblical text from common assumptions, and explore why this first sanctuary of humanity remains one of Scripture's greatest mysteries. We will also consider how later biblical passages connect back to Eden in remarkable ways. By the end, you may discover that the garden was never simply about the beginning of human history, but about God's greater plan unfolding throughout the entire Bible. According to the book of Genesis, the Garden of Eden was planted by God after the creation of humanity. The text describes a place filled with beauty, abundant vegetation, precious resources, and rivers flowing outward to nourish distant lands. Traditionally attributed to Moses, although many scholars discuss the composition of Genesis in different ways, the account presents Eden as the place where humanity first experienced direct fellowship with its Creator. The biblical narrative gives enough detail to establish its importance, yet leaves the exact location uncertain, leading to centuries of careful study and differing interpretations. One of the first mysteries appears immediately. Genesis names 4 rivers flowing from Eden, including the Tigris and Euphrates. While these 2 rivers are well known, the identities of the Pishon and Gihon remain uncertain. Over the centuries, historians, archaeologists, and biblical scholars have proposed various locations, but no consensus has emerged. The Bible itself never identifies Eden's exact geographical position. Instead, the emphasis remains on what happened there, rather than precisely where it stood. But this was not the greatest mystery hidden in the account. At the center of the garden stood 2 extraordinary trees, the tree of life and the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. The text clearly distinguishes them, yet offers surprisingly little explanation about their full nature. God specifically commanded Adam not to eat from one tree, warning that disobedience would bring death. However, Scripture never explains why this particular tree fulfilled such a unique role. Some Christian interpreters understand the command primarily as a test of obedience, while others emphasize humanity's freedom to choose between trusting God or rejecting His authority. The Bible presents the command itself with certainty, while the deeper theological implications continue to be discussed. Then the narrative introduces the serpent. Genesis identifies the serpent as more cunning than any other creature God had made. The passage records the temptation, the deception, and humanity's decision to eat the forbidden fruit. Later biblical books, especially Revelation, associate the ancient serpent with Satan, connecting Eden to the broader spiritual conflict described throughout Scripture. Yet Genesis itself provides very little background regarding the serpent's origin or how such deception entered the garden. And this is where the story changes dramatically. After Adam and Eve ate the fruit, everything changed. Fear replaced confidence. Shame replaced innocence. Humanity hid from the very God who had walked with them. The consequences extended beyond the couple themselves, affecting the ground, labor, relationships, and eventually every generation that followed. Yet another profound question appears. If humanity had already gained the knowledge of good and evil, why were they immediately prevented from eating from the tree of life? The answer given in Genesis is striking. God declared that humanity must not reach out, eat from the tree of life, and live forever in their fallen condition. Therefore Adam and Eve were sent out of the garden. Then cherubim and a flaming sword were placed to guard the way to the tree of life. Scripture does not describe the appearance of these heavenly guardians in detail, nor does it explain how long they remained there. Their presence simply emphasizes that access to the tree of life had become impossible through human effort alone. Yet there was still another remarkable connection waiting to be discovered. As the biblical story continues, the tree of life appears again, but not in Genesis. In the final chapters of Revelation, the tree of life stands once more, this time within the New Jerusalem. The separation introduced in Eden is answered by the restoration promised at the conclusion of Scripture. While Genesis begins with humanity losing access to God's presence because of sin, Revelation describes redeemed people once again dwelling with God. Many Christian theologians see this literary connection as one of the Bible's most powerful themes, showing that the story of Eden reaches far beyond its opening chapters. Still, several mysteries remain unanswered. What was the full nature of Eden before the fall? Why does Scripture reveal so much while leaving other details unexplained? Was the garden intended only as humanity's first home, or also as a symbol pointing toward God's eternal kingdom? The biblical text does not answer every question directly. Instead, it invites readers to focus on what has been revealed, while recognizing that some aspects remain known only to God. Perhaps that is one of the greatest lessons of Eden itself. The Bible does not present mystery as an obstacle to faith, but as an invitation to continue seeking wisdom with humility. The garden reminds humanity that God's purposes are greater than human understanding, and that even the earliest pages of Scripture point toward the hope of restoration found throughout the biblical narrative. What do you think the Garden of Eden teaches us today? Why do you think God chose to reveal some details while leaving others unexplained? Share your thoughts respectfully in the comments, because these questions have inspired believers and scholars for generations. If this exploration strengthened your understanding of Scripture, remember to like this video, share it with others who enjoy biblical mysteries, and subscribe for more journeys through the hidden depths of God's Word. Until the next Divine War story, keep searching the Scriptures, because sometimes the greatest discoveries are found in the passages we think we already know.